Good day, folks. This is going to be our next project. This Manlift. It's all electric. We bought this probably a month or so back now. Bought it because we'll be building our house here. I was hoping to start on this summer, but we're still in the permit process. And the government red tape is really slowing us down, so it's unlikely we're going to start on our house this year. Probably next year before we can start on it, by the time we get the permits all in place and so on. So I wanted this Manlift just to make it easier to do the roofing and so on. We bought it. The lift, nothing worked on it at all. Nothing. We paid $5,000 cash for it from a construction company. Not too far from here, and they got rid of it because they were fed up with working on it. And again, nothing worked on it. So all of the electric issues. As far as the mechanical parts of it and the hydraulics and so on, that all looks pretty good. All of the pins and so on are reasonably tight still on it. It's not moving around that much. But the electrical on it is absolutely trash. So we spent, oh my goodness, probably a couple of days on getting pretty well all of it operational. And then I was using it for, maybe 20 minutes or so. And then more parts of it stopped working. One of the biggest issues behind the panel here, you can see all the diodes. So I had replaced a couple of diodes to get it working, and yes, it worked for a few minutes, and then more diodes failed on it. The wiring is, so many people have been in here, including me. So many people have been into this that the wiring is all messed up. It's nothing at all like it was from factory. So it's pretty hard to tell what's going on with it, as it's been butchered so badly. In behind the circuit board here is all burnt up from shorts. And for example, there are things like this rheostat here, variable resistor, variable power resistor, things like that. They're not on the schematic. There's a resistor here, for example. I still haven't figured out what that resistor does. The hour meter shows us, I don't have my glasses on here, I think it says 56 or something like that. 56,000 hours. Of course, that's absolute bullshit, yeah. So while I was playing around with this a few days ago, I noticed that the hour meter is counting. Instead of counting minutes, it looks like it's counting seconds. It was moving so fast. So I have no idea how many hours are on this. I'm guessing probably well on 10,000 hours probably. But the hydraulics itself don't look too bad. There's a leak here somewhere which I haven't found yet, but all the hydraulic cylinders are all tight. None of them are leaking. The steering is a little bit slack, but then again, you're only running it, 2 miles an hour or something like that, so it's not too bad. So being all electric, it's a rear wheel drive only. The front wheels here, they steer only, and the two back wheels, we have the torque hubs, standard final drive setup. So after spending $5,000 on the actual unit itself, let's see if I can go out. Nope, that's already as far as out as we go. Okay. We spent $1,600 on new batteries. Batteries are under the covers on the sides here. 6-volt batteries, and I just put Trojans in. They're plenty good for this application. It should have 6 batteries on each side, but because I'm not using this in a commercial application, this is just for my own use. I was hoping I can get away with just half of the normal size batteries, in that it won't last nearly as long, but I'm not moving it around all day long. It's set in position for an hour and then move it slightly for half an hour and so on and so forth. So it's not running constantly all day. So I'm hoping that I can get away with the 6 batteries, because I don't want to spend another $1,600 for the other half of the batteries. So it's a 36 volt system. However, it's jumpered off for 24 volts on the control part. So the 2 electric motors, 2 hydraulic motors, right there and right there. 2 hydraulic motors, one smaller than the other. This one is the drive hydraulics, and that one is the auxiliary hydraulics for all the boom functions. So we have 2 different hydraulic manifolds. This hydraulic manifold right here is for everything on the base of the unit, and then the hydraulic manifold here. Take all this off. This hydraulic manifold is for all of the boom functions, and that motor right there is just for the turntable. Again, all these hydraulic cylinders look pretty good. The way the operation hydraulic tank, the way the operation of this is I can describe it. It's difficult to figure out how everything works. It's very complicated. The electrics on it were all these things are it's difficult to figure out what's going on with it. So I spent hours on this. So the last thing that failed on this is this solenoid right here. So it's a 24 volt solenoid controlling 36 volts to the hydraulics. And again, when we tried to test the unit here a few days ago, we found that the solenoid not working. So you see the spark there, so the solenoid is trying to move, but it's jammed up inside. So we bought new solenoids, 2 new solenoids, or replace both these solenoids before we can go on to the next stage. And then we're going to get into a complete rewire using relays, and we're going to get rid of this horribly complicated system in here of all this mess. Get rid of the whole damn thing and start over again, I think. I'm fed up with trying to troubleshoot this. There's shorts throughout the system, and I can't find these shorts. So, and every part of every electrical is, these things are so badly butchered. It's not worth keeping any of it. Just toss the whole lot and start over again with all new electrical. Anyway, so that's the plan this morning. First thing, we'll replace those solenoids, and then see if we can get it working enough to at least do the testing procedure on it, and go through how the operation, how the sequences all work. I'll go from there.